What's up and welcome to the channel. My name is Headlight and thank you guys for joining us. Today we're going to talk about fear on a motorcycle and some ways that you can combat fear, because this is a very real thing that a lot of riders deal with, myself included. And I'm going to tell you some ways that I deal with fear, and if I'm feeling antsy in the morning about going to work, getting on the bike, whatever, I'm going to tell you some ways to combat that, and hopefully this video will help some of you guys out if you're getting back into riding or if you are a brand new rider. So stay tuned with me. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, and let's go ahead and get started. So what do we fear? Now obviously you're on a motorcycle. You don't have a cage around you, you don't have airbags, you don't have anything like this. So the same thing that's appealing, having the freedom and the wind in your face, is the same thing that makes a lot of people nervous. Somebody rear-ending you in a car or in a truck, this is not as big of a deal. On a motorcycle, it can kill you. All right, so these are some things that you definitely will start to think about, and if you think about them too much, they'll start getting in your head, and every single morning you're gonna say, yeah, I'm gonna ride the bike today, and then these things start getting in your head and you're like, it's probably easier if I just take the truck or the car or something like that. So we literally almost trick ourselves into thinking that something bad is going to happen that day, and that will definitely keep you from riding. Now we hear all the time, and I'm sure you guys hear it as well, a motorcyclist died today, somebody hit a motorcyclist on the interstate or whatever. We're constantly hearing this, but the truth is that we're always hearing about people in cars dying too. So there is a increased risk on a motorcycle. There's no way to get around that, but like I said, I hope with these tips I can help you out and maybe put things in a better perspective for you. So number 5, and I'm going to put this in a top 5 list for you guys. Number 5 is going to be watch some training videos or go to some training classes and get some experience from people that have done this. And the one I'm going to tell you about is MC Rider. This guy is awesome. He doesn't know me, I don't know him, but this guy has helped me out so much just to build up confidence, to put things in perspective, and he's just awesome. All right, from his tips and tricks and low speed maneuvering and things like that. The guy from Ride Like a Pro, Jerry, I can't say his last name, that guy is great. So start looking online, because you can find a lot of good free resources for people that have been doing this a long time, and that will help to build some confidence in you. So what I'll do is, if I'm feeling kind of antsy in the morning, I'll watch one of MC Rider's videos or one of Jerry's videos from Ride Like a Pro, and that just kind of gives me the confidence to say, hey, it's gonna be a good day. I'm gonna get on the bike. Now that's a good tip to go by as well, and just giving some different things to think about and some things to that you can practice on your own time. Number 4 is going to be get a good riding buddy. Now I have one that I go back and forth to work with. I trust him. He doesn't put me in positions where I feel like I have to keep up or anything like that. Now sometimes he'll fly ahead and I tell him, hey, I'm not getting a ticket for you, dude. I'm going to ride my own ride and I'll catch back up with you later. But he's cool like that, and he understands that, hey, not everybody rides like him, and that's okay. So get somebody that you trust, maybe that can go back and forth to work with you or go out on the weekends with you, somebody that's going to let you ride your own ride and still maybe teach you some things in the meantime. And when you ride with somebody, it's a whole different experience, and it can help boost your confidence if you're feeling nervous about riding. Number 3 is a simple one, but listening to music. Now this is not something I would tell a brand new rider, because you got a lot to focus on and a lot you're trying to learn. But once you get confident, music is a great way to calm you down. It depends on what kind of music you like. I mean, most of the music I like listening to on a bike kind of gets me amped up a little bit, but that makes me feel more confident. And I think music is a great tool. There's not much I really have to say about this, because you guys know how music makes you feel, and on a motorcycle, to me, it's even better than in a car. Number 2 is practice and feel like you're in control of the motorcycle. This is going to help you out a lot when you know that you can do U-turns on the street, when you know that you can do slow speed maneuvering. When you know that you're in control of the bike, it helps to just build your confidence that much more. If you're not comfortable with the bike, if you can't get your feet on the ground, if you don't know how to do a U-turn, if you're duck waddling the bike everywhere you go, you're not gonna really enjoy riding this. And then especially once you get up to speed, then you're really not gonna enjoy it. Okay, so get to know your bike, practice out on an empty parking lot, and that's another thing that will really help you to build your confidence up. And before we get to number 1, I want to give you guys a bonus tip: understanding statistics. All right, now if you look at the statistics just at face value of motorcycle deaths and things like that, it might freak you out. But if you understand that almost 50% of the people that die on motorcycles didn't have helmets, over half of them were intoxicated. When you start putting these statistics in perspective and adding some context to them, you start to understand that, okay, this is not really as bad as a lot of people will make you believe. And number one is going to be, things are in your control more than you think. Now, you will hear terms like, hey, I see you're riding your motorcycle. Hey, how do you ride that thing in this town? This is the worst town ever to ride a motorcycle. I can't believe you want to kill yourself. You have an early death wish, blah, 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 blah. The list goes on and on. When you understand that things are more in your control, you have a choice of, you know, if you're coming up to an intersection, which is a dangerous spot for motorcycles, you know, doing a little maneuver to make yourself seen, because people don't see you on a bike. You're a small object moving fast down the road, and if you just move in a straight line, it's very hard to see you. So doing little dips at intersections or before intersections to bring some attention to yourself, turning on your high beam, wearing high-vis clothing helps for you to be seen. Understanding that crashes most of the time are on the rider and not the circumstances, not just because they're riding a motorcycle. Most of the time it's because of rider mistakes. And again, practice, practice, practice. This is going to help instill that confidence. But the biggest thing is, most of the stuff is in our control. And again, if you watch some of the training videos, some of the guys that have been doing this for a long time online, you'll start to see these things from a new perspective, and I think that will help you guys out. If you guys have your own top 5 list or anything you want to leave down for new riders, returning riders, or anything, make sure you leave them down below. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you in the next one, and as always, hold them down.